It's my last day walking in this place, parking in that spot. My last day. So I promised this afternoon that I'm going to tell the story as to why I quit. And I brought in a box of donuts. Well, 2 dozen Dunkin' Donuts this morning. Just another way of saying thank you. Yesterday I brought in a card and little gifts for my coworkers. So I'm basically saying thank you, and you know, they were nice, some of them. But this is the last one. Like that. This door. Thank you. And I'm actually gonna still take the stairs because I have a habit of sometimes when I have too much in my hand, bag lady, that I don't take the stairs, but I'm gonna take the stairs this morning. I usually do take the stairs. Thank you. Don't worry, I'm talking to my phone, but it's for a reason. Yeah. Morning. Yes. Let me go get her. She did say it very loud. You're not on it. Go. Today's November 10th. I'm actually just leaving for lunch. I'm not like totally leaving for the day just yet. I cleaned off some of the stuff on my desk. But I'm going to lunch and I'll be back. I'm gonna leave here at 3 o'clock to go to the exit interview, which is in Mary Gordon. It's about maybe a 4 to 5 minute drive from where I am. But yeah, so I have to remember to look at the lens, like the camera on here. Let me put this in the trunk. So I went into work this morning and Karen, one of the clerks, had a happy birthday banner on my desk, and she brought in bagels this morning for me, and I had went and got donuts, 2 dozen donuts from Dunkin' Donuts. So that was very nice of her. And I just went around and told everybody, hey guys, I brought in donuts. It's just, excuse me, bag lady. It's just an added thank you, you know, because yesterday, sorry, I put my hand in the way. Because yesterday I sent around a card for everybody, like a general card, and then I had very specific gift bags for certain people. Just to say thank you. Last week on Thursday, they did a best wishes send-off thing for me. They gave me a $100 gift card and people signed the card and stuff. It was very nice. So I just wanted to say for that, and so I did, and I'm happy about it. The video cut off because I started the car and the music came on. I don't know what I'm doing for lunch. I probably want a salad because this morning I had a bagel, I had a donut, coffee. I felt like I was eating junk, so I'm probably gonna get a salad for lunch. I called the retirement system, the New York State retirement system, because I've been paying into the system since 2011, and then I stopped when I was working for the county before, and then I started paying into the system again in 2015 when I started all over again. So I called them to see what my options were, and of the 3 options, I'm going to leave the money that is accrued in the system, and each year we get interest accruals. So in 7 years, you can accrue up to 7 years. So I have until October 31st 2023 to leave the money in there, and each year it'll accrue $675 of interest, which is pretty good. So I'm going to leave it there and then transfer it into a personal IRA or 401k to then, you know, continue with the retirement investments. What else? I was supposed to be done with all my cases. Unfortunately, my QC gave me back a case today that I was denying because the zip code was wrong when I penned it. And I'm just like, now this is the case that I wanted to have my drawer cleared out. I'm a little OCD-ish with certain things. Like, I wanted to have my drawer cleared out, no work left over for my coworkers. And she's like, yeah, just leave it, you know, leave it in the drawer. So it's penned and it has to come back on November 23rd. But all of my other work is done. I have no cases left. Everything is clean. And I think that's it for now. So I leave here at 3 o'clock. It's 1 o'clock right now. I leave here at 3 o'clock to go to payroll at the Mary Gordon building, which is just down the road from here, to have my exit interview. And I will then talk about the details as to this place. It's funny because today one of the clerks came up to me. It's not even funny. She came up to me. She was like, oh my gosh, happy birthday, because they put a banner up. And I was like, thank you. She's like, what are you doing after here? Are you going on vacation? I'm like, well, yeah, in 2 weeks I'm going on vacation for 2 weeks. I'm going to New Orleans, Mississippi, and then after that I'm going to Aruba. And she's like, what are you doing for work? I'm like, well, I have a job, you know, I have my part-time job. I'm going to pick up more hours, and I'm still in school and stuff. But she was like, well, good thing Trump is president, because now you can get another job. I was like, what? Good thing Trump is president. Girl, bye. And I just looked at her like, because I'm not here for it. Like, regardless if Trump is president, if Hillary was president, I'm gonna get me a job. Like, my success is not contingent on who's the president of the United States. Boop. So I was like, okay, moving along. But that was that. And I'm over it. So I'm going to get a salad, and that's that. I'll be back to give the details. Hopefully it's not like longer than 15 minutes. Pray it's not longer than 15 minutes. Update. Not update. Reason. Have it my way. I'm pulling out of the parking lot. I was gonna throw this hat away. It was on top of my my cubicle area from last year. My coworker Lisette gave it to me for my birthday, and I'm like, wait, it suits me today. Tomorrow's my birthday. It's my last day. I'm having it my way. Hopefully that's the last interruption, because I paused this. It automatically connects to the Bluetooth thing. This thing is not straight, but I look straight on here, so hopefully that's good. So I'm in front of the building. This is the Mary Gordon building. I'm in front of it. I'm gonna like do a little clip walking in, but I had to bring the exit interview paperwork that I did complete like 2 weeks ago. Basically it's responses to working here for this year. And I was very honest. Absolutely. Excuse me. Very honest. And I had to also bring my time and accrual folder. All of my timesheets. All of my time slips to request time off. All of my doctor's notes for excused time off. So I had to bring that with me. And then my ID, which is... Where's my ID? Right here. As I was leaving, saying bye to everyone, they were like, good luck, thank you for working with us, and blah blah blah. And then a couple people were like, I'm jealous, I want to be you so bad, I want to leave here so bad, I'm jealous, and congratulations. And I was like, thank you. And I couldn't even be happier. Like, oh my gosh, this feels so good. And I absolutely am going in there with this crown on my head. Yeah, so I'm going in now. I need to, you know what, let me bring my bag with me and a pen so I can look professional in case I have to take notes. And when I get out, it will be official. I am no longer a civil servant of Suffolk County. Civil servant employee. I think I'll be emotional because it takes a lot of faith. Let me stop right here. It's a celebration. And we're rolling. I might cry, but I'm gonna try to keep myself together. I'm just leaving the Mary Gordon building where I signed my name on the dotted line 3 times. So the reason I'm emotional about it now is because so many people were saying to me, oh my gosh, you're so brave, you're so courageous, your faith is amazing. But and although I do receive that, because it does take a brave person, it does take, a person who's strong-willed to listen to what your real desire and passion is and take heed to it. So many people are stuck in jobs that they're not happy in because they're afraid to take that leap. And I'm just emotional by it because I'm proud of myself. I'm extremely proud of myself. If this would have been the me 3 years ago, I wouldn't have done this. If this was the me maybe even a year ago, I wouldn't have done it. So I'm extremely humbled that God chose me to speak to, so to start off this process, after I had my initial sermon, which was September 25th, 2016, I woke up the next morning after having a full night's rest, and I don't know how long, for months, maybe over a year, I think it was, I have not been able to get a full night's rest. The Lord had been waking me up in the middle of the night, just speaking to me about things, and I was writing things down, and I was, things concerning my future, and the full night's rest that I got after my initial sermon, which was entitled Broken Crayon, Still Color, I woke up that morning, Monday morning, and it was like as though God was just dropping things in my head. Now, ministry is official. You have that license. Now take heed and go forth. And my therapist has said that to me so many times. She always says, go forth, go forth, go forth. And you're not happy about something, change it. You want to do this, do it. So it was, I want to be very detailed, but some people are not able to receive the truth of the matter that God does speak to his people, to his children. And so I've been feeling very uncomfortable at my job. I work for the Department of Social Services. very uncomfortable with one of my supervisors who is prejudiced and outright proud of it, you know. A lot of instances I felt like I was under attack. I was constantly being picked on, you know. It was just very, very, very uncomfortable. And it got to the point where I was just unhappy, you know, and I felt like, you know what, I'm not going to leave because I have good benefits and it's the county job and it's a civil service job, and I took a test to get in here and I scored a 94, and, you know, there was one position open for the position that I took, and they interviewed 13 people and I was chosen, and, you know, so no, I'm not going to leave, I'm going to stick through it. But ultimately, I wasn't growing. There's no room to grow. I wasn't growing, and I was honestly being stunted. Like, I just felt like my wings were clipped, like a butterfly's wings were just clipped, and I couldn't do anything, you know. I do know that taking this position, I know why the Lord sent me here, and it was because I had to start graduate school. For 5 years I put off graduate school, and it was time to go back to school, time to pursue, time to do. And I remember writing things down. By the time I'm 28, I want to have my master's, you know. And where I was at the job that I was at, I wouldn't have been able to go back to school and pursue my master's. I was in a full-time healthcare integrated position. I was earning $40,000, and my job entailed me to go out and do home visits. I was a healthcare manager for services for children in foster care. So I had home visits at 6 o'clock at night. I had home visits at 7 o'clock at night. I had home visits, you know, on the weekends, like depending on when I had to see a child. So going to school full time and obtaining this position wasn't going to allow me to go to school. So I got into this position with the county June 2015, and school started in August. So I know why I had to be here. And being at this job didn't require much of me. You know, it's 8 to 4. I'm able to go to school from 6 to 9 during the week, and on the weekend, on Saturdays from 8 to 3, or make my schedule around being here 8 to 4. I don't need a bachelor's to be here, to be in this position, I should say. I didn't need a master's. I didn't need any education besides a high school diploma to fulfill the position that I was in. And it's an easy job. When I got here, I took a $4,000 pay cut from $40,000 where I was. However, at that agency that I was working for, it was a not-for-profit. There were no raises. There were no, you know, increase. That was the pay. And for 5 years, I was earning $32,000 as a case manager, as a caseworker. So I was able to get this $40,000 position because of my experience with the company and because I had a bachelor's. Other than that, I wouldn't have been able to get it because you need your master's for that position. So I took a $4,000 pay cut, but what the county did offer were raises. I got a raise twice a year, which I've only gotten 3 raises, because I've been there for a year. I've gotten raises. So I started off with $36,600 and something. I ended off, I'm leaving right now, and I'm at $37,786, and I'm being very transparent. That's my salary. $37,786 or something like that. But I took the cut, and what it afforded me to do was go to school full time and get all A's my first year of school, which meant more to me than, you know, the money. And I was still able to sustain, and God didn't leave me without. He was still a provider. I never had to ask anyone for anything, for rent money, for car money, for gas money, for food money. Never. God is my provider, and I truly believe, without a shadow of a doubt, I'm taken care of. So, trying to make this long story short, because this is 8 minutes already that I've been on this one particular video. I am the last on my tier, and that's how the county works. It's seniority. So my seniority date is 6/8/15. That's the June 8th last year when I started. So everyone who's here before me, obviously I'm the last one there, gets their time off slips approved before me. If I want a time off day for whatever reason, if it's not sick, it's not going to be approved if there's other people off, which is kind of frustrating, you know? So, with this Aruba trip coming up, my time off request was denied. Why? Because it's November, it's around the holidays, as well as my November, Thanksgiving. I wanted to travel to be with my fiance and his family. Wasn't able to because the other people in my unit and in the tier got their time off approved before me. And even if they didn't get an approval for me, if mine was in first and they requested a day off, mine is kicked back. And that sucks, you know? You want to move? I'm on my way to school. So, it totally just sucked. It was draining. So if I wanted a day off, I had to like get a doctor's appointment on the day that I wanted off so I can get a note to come in to have an excused day off. Like, frustrating. And I had to do that when I went to Vegas. We're not gonna talk about that, but it was just very frustrating. And then the Aruba trip, they told me that I couldn't get the time off. I was like devastated. I'm being sponsored to go to Aruba. Out of the entire graduate class of the School of Social Welfare, only 3 graduate students were sponsored to go, and I'm one of them. And my job that I can't stand, that I'm like, it's not even my career, is gonna hold me back from going? Absolutely not. So, you know, I prayed about it and I asked God, tell me when the day is, when the day off is. I looked at the calendar and we came to a mutual agreement that November 10th, which is today, the day before my birthday, a happy birthday gift to me, will be my last day. Another reason, I don't agree with the system, with social services. The system is not designed to empower people, its clients. The system is not designed to help people get out of the system. The system is designed at this point to keep the clients oppressed and impoverished. And as a social worker and in my field and in my career, I want to empower people, help them get out of this, you know, impoverished mindset, because it's just a mindset. You know, you need to be empowered to do the right thing or to get to the right places. You need the right tools. And social services is not one of them. Yes, it's temporary assistance, but people who have been on the system for years and years and years remain on the system. Their children grow up in the system, and then when they grow up, they get on the system. And I didn't agree with a lot of it, you know, especially with the unit that I was in. A lot of I gotta be very careful. A lot of the workers, these people and these people and these people, and it's just like, listen, 90% of the people who obtain welfare assistance are Caucasian. So who are these people? And I was the only brown skin girl in my unit. And yes, I'm Hispanic, but it was very uncomfortable. You know, it was just extremely uncomfortable. And what do you do when you don't agree with the system that you work for? You know, I would like to one day impact change and you know, have a policy that's effective to help people. But I am the hands-on, outside, in the field type of person that can get things done better than sitting behind a desk 8 to 4 processing eligibility applications for welfare. And you want to help people, but there's guidelines that make them excess income, ineligible, and then there's people, of course, who lie to, you know, beat the system. And there's always going to be those type of people because they need the services and there are no help to get around it, so they lie. Granted, it happens, but ultimately the guidelines don't help those who truly need it, and I don't know if I can really live with that. So I'm very, 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 very happy with my decision. I believe God to do what he said he was going to do for me, for my family, for, you know, my future. We're getting married next year in June. And throughout this time, people were asking me, what about health insurance? What about the benefits? Working for the county, you get awesome benefits. What about, you know, just what about? What about? The county is not the only place that you can get good benefits from. Yes, there are great offers and stuff, but I'm not going to be bound to social services because of benefits. No, thank you. You know? And everyone that I'm leaving, they're like, oh my gosh, we wish we could do what you're doing. Take that leap of faith. Go out and do it. You can do it. Go out and do it. You know, I'm going to work on my lash business. I'm going to do per diem work, part-time stuff. I have a full-time job that I'm going to start in December overnight, which allows my days to be free. I can do stuff. I can go. There's so much to be done. There's ministry to be done. I have a ministry that I want to get worked on that I just need the time and effort to do. And it will flourish. So I'm happy with my decision. And I'm completely having faith and trust in God that all is well. All is well. In the middle of planning a wedding, I quit my full-time job. But God got me. He got me. Like He got you too. So if you're out there and you're like unhappy and thinking that you should leave your full-time job, to make sure you have a plan, that's one, and pray about it. Pray about it. Make sure that the Lord is telling you and guiding your footsteps out of that place to bigger and better. Don't leave to, and I'm not saying that you're not going to suffer or struggle, but if you're struggling, make sure that the struggle is not because you put yourself there. If God put you there, He'll take care of you regardless, but God's got it. Trust God. Believe God. On Facebook, the morning after my initial sermon, I woke up after a full night rest, because I hadn't been sleeping for a very long time, because it was just like ministry. God was just speaking to me, and I woke up that morning after a full night's rest. Hey Tiff, and God was like, we on fast forward now. You waited too long to accept this. And I was like, yes God, yes Lord, because of fear. I allowed fear. Thank you. I allowed fear to keep me bound for so long, because I was comfortable, but I was comfortable in that uncomfortable state, right? And fear of ministry, fear of people, fear of so many different things. And when I finally said, yes Lord, I'll do it, I'll answer you, I'll respond to you, He said, I'll take it from here. Just listen to me. I'll lead. Just listen. I'll lead. And when I finally said, yes, Lord, my God, I woke up that morning. I'm so sorry. I woke up that morning with such a peace. With such a peace. And God just started speaking to me. Speaking like, you gotta do this, you gotta do this, you gotta do this, there's no time now, you have to do this, you gotta work on this. And I'm like, yes God. And for so long I could have been said yes, and I feel like I've wasted time, but I can't necessarily say I wasted time. I just was comfortable, and in this process I was working on me. But now I'm so sorry, you guys, because I'm proud of myself. If you had asked me this 6 months ago or a year ago, I wouldn't have had this desire or this faith that's beyond what I can imagine and control. Nate, you're so stupid. And so many people are like, what are you gonna do, or what about, and what about? And I'm just like, I'm so sorry that I can't give you that. I can't give you that answer, because I'm not worried. And this not worried feeling is the best feeling I've ever. I'm a worrier. In high school, I got most stressed out. That was me. Most stressed out because I was a worrier. I've been on my own since I was 15. I'm gonna be 28 tomorrow, and y'all have no idea the hell that I've been through. Y'all have no idea the hell that I've been through to get to where I am. And the mere fact that God has used me, nobody but God. nobody but God. I got the ugly face on right now. Y'all gotta be family. God is so good. God is so good. I'm glad I'm able to get this out now, because I just did a little recording for our vlog and I was like, I'm not gonna cry. God, I thank you. Alright, y'all. Let me get off of here. And I need to play my music and get into and let it out. And let my things out. I felt this was coming, but I didn't know to this magnitude. And I'm so grateful. Ooh, God, I thank you. You are worthy, God. Bless you. I can see comments. I'm at a light. Oh my gosh. Thank you, guys. My coworkers are like, oh gosh, I'm jealous. Yeah, I put it on Instagram. One coworker was like, what are you gonna do? She was like, well, thank God good thing Trump is president now, because you can get a job. I was like, what? I was so offended. I told her, whoever's president, it's not contingent on my success in getting a job. Bye, Felicia. Bye. Y'all don't know the God that I serve in this place. They came in yesterday chanting Trump. Do you know how uncomfortable that felt? And I felt like God made me so uncomfortable. It made me so, he was just like, your last day is tomorrow. Bear it, girl. Grin and bear it. Because I had some choice words. They were chanting in there yesterday. They were blowing horns and clapping. And I was just sitting there like, and I recorded it for Lucius to listen to. And I was like, you hear this, right? I was on Glide with him. I'm like, you hear this, right? I recorded everything for him. I was like, and then imagine if I stayed there. Could you imagine? There's no way. There's no way. All right, I'm not gonna be able to see. For real. All right, you guys. If you cry at my wedding, I'm gonna kick you. Nate! Thank you. Alright, Daryl, thank you. Alright, y'all. I love you guys. We're gonna be launching our YouTube channel this month. More Memories is the channel name. I want you guys to subscribe. It's gonna be good. I'm excited about it. More Memories is the channel name on YouTube. So subscribe. It's gonna be good. The nick of time, Monet. Didn't come when I wanted him, but he was on time. Amen, somebody. Thank you. I have no idea. I have so much work to do with ministry. I have work to do with personal stuff, with business, with writing my book, with so many things. I'm so happy. Alright, I can't see. I need to focus on driving. I love y'all, and I'll check up with y'all soon. Tomorrow's my birthday. I'm so excited. I'll be 28. And I'm going on vacation in 2 weeks. I'll take y'all along the journey some way, somehow. Alright, I love you guys.